Okay, game 22. Toronto Maple Leafs versus the Edmonton Oilers. It is the first game of a three-game set, and really this three-game set is paramount for the top of the North Division. If Edmonton wins all three games, they overtake the Toronto Maple Leafs. They take sole possession of first in the division. And game one, well, it's tough for the Leafs. Some bad news. Matthews is out. He's day-to-day, again, with his wrist. I don't know how he's scored 18 goals in 20 games with a bummed wrist all year, but, you know, he needs a maintenance day. Okay, so he's out. However, Jack Campbell is back. He's in for his first game since, I think they said, the 24th of January. Joe Thornton goes up to the top line. He's back in, and it's Thornton, Marner, and Tavares. And that means your second line stays with Kerfoot, Barabanov, who has flourished these last few games, and Nylander. Third line, you have Hyman with Engvall and Mikheyev, and they played a ton of minutes tonight. I think Mikheyev and Engvall were both over 18 minutes tonight. Fourth line, you got Boyd, you have Spezza, and you have Jimmy Vesey. Also, Jake Muzzin's back with a full face mask, broken face and all, no problem for him. He played well. I think he played over 22 minutes tonight. Let's get into the game, shall we? So first period, and right away, McDavid's speed is scary early on. He goes around Morgan Riley, has a great quick backhand, but a nice save by Campbell. Then, literally, Leafs get the puck out. It comes right back down. David again, but Brody gets a quick stick on it. Edmonton then follows this up with a couple more point-blank chances to start the game. There is the Leafs get one chance. I think it was Barabanov gets robbed after a great feed from Bogosian. It was like D to D, Bogosian, backdoor, Barabanov. Well, I thought he got robbed, and I even wrote down Mike Smith playing like it's 2010, but really Barabanov stopped it with his own skate. However, Mike Smith is playing like it is 10 years ago, because going into this game, he was 6-0 and had a 1.75 goals against average. Anyway, 8 minutes to go in the first period, and Barabanov with the terrible turnover in his own zone, right up the middle, and who gets it? McDavid. It was an oh shit moment while watching, but luckily he misses the net. And that happened quite a few times for Edmonton this game. 5:47 left in the first period, and it's the Leafs' first power play. And it's actually the only power play the entire game for both teams. So really, if you're Edmonton, you're not too worried, because Leafs were 0-12, I think, coming into this. So it's not much of a worry, is it? But then Mitch Marner does Mitch Marner things, and he feeds Nylander, boom, goal, short side. 3 straight goals for William Nylander for the Leafs, and just great patience by Marner. Even without Matthews, if the Leafs do get set up, they're dangerous. In this case, they won the draw and they had it already, and then they set up in the zone. The problem they had with Calgary is they couldn't get set up. They struggled to even get into the zone. And if you struggle to do that, well, then you're not going to do well. But if the Leafs set up, it's basically a goal. They're going to get tons of chances. Calgary hounded them. In this case, for Edmonton, they lost the draw in the offensive zone, and Leafs set up right away. After the goal, well, let's clarify what Mitch Marner did in this. I thought he was going to shoot, and he just held the puck, went around the net. Joe Thornton gave Archibald, I think, a nice little mini cross-check, which you see in every game. He stumbles in the post, messes up Mike Smith, feeds Nylander. Nylander puts it exactly where he needs. Goal. It was lovely. So it's 1-0 Leafs. They finally get a power play goal, and then a shift and a half later, that new look first line with JT, Marner, and Thornton, they do it. So Thornton gets a nice little touch pass. Riley gets the puck and he fires it up. Thornton's at the Oilers' blue line. A little touch pass at the blue line by Thornton to JT, who comes in with speed, and he backs up the defenders. And as he does, because JT does it all the time, he does it so well, he then feeds an incoming Marner, Nurse does go down quite early on one knee to block the shot, which gives Marner a ton of time. He finds the seam, he shoots, because he's a shooter now, head up the whole time, goal. Mitch Marner can pass, and now he's showing that he will shoot too and be successful at it. He's in double digits for goals, 2-0 Leafs. Marner wasn't going, pointless in 3 straight games. Slow end of the first period, really, until BC pulls a Barabanov and gives it away. But he doesn't give it to McDavid, he gives it to Tyler Ennis. I'll take that any day. Tyler Ennis winds up for the clapper. And like McDavid, he misses the net. But really, the giveaway, I'm not too worried about that. It's what happened after. So the puck goes behind the net and it goes off the boards. Campbell turns to cover it. And Ennis crashes into him. Right into the head, makes contact with Campbell. Campbell's down. But luckily, if you notice, he just looked up, made sure he had the puck. He was worried about the puck, not about himself. And then Justin Hall basically gives him a nice little forearm. Thought he was going to give him like a clothesline from hell, WWF style. But forearms him across the face, brings him to the ice. That's lovely to see. No penalties for either team. Big thing though, 1, Hall stood up for his teammate and, did some damage. 2, Campbell was up, he shook it off, he stayed in the game. Let's move on to the second period now. And the best way to describe the start of the second period is, holy shit, Mikheyev is fast. The boy can move. He gets a chance early on pure speed and determination. Basically, the puck's bobbling and it gets by him, the defenders, and it's going right on Smith, just to the, right side of Smith, and Mikheyev says, nah, I'm getting it. And he just, boom, like he was shot out of a cannon. He goes. It's crazy how fast he can be from a dead start as well. So he goes, he gets to the puck first, but the puck was bouncing, it was on edge, and he shot it just high. Honestly, he's so good. He deserved that 18 minutes tonight. He played great. His whole third line played great. Soup then gets another good chance off a good defensive play by Engvall on McDavid. They hounded McDavid all night. McDavid was playing in different lines, and he couldn't do anything. The Leafs hounded him all night. They gave him no room after those first few chances in the first period. So great defensive play by Engvall on McDavid, and then Engvall just takes the puck up himself, drops it to Soup. Soup with a nice low shot, but a good left pad save by Smith. Oilers then answer back with a turn of their own. It's Draisaitl. He has a chance at the side of the net, but he misses a golden opportunity. Then chaos reigns the rest of this, majority of this period. Leafs followed up with the top line. Marner with a tip from a JT pass. Then JT won off a Riley pass. Mike Smith holds the fort. No goals, 8 minutes into the second, but it's entertaining. It's fast-paced chaos. I wrote down turnovers are bound to happen. I can see chances coming anytime from the simplest play. And then just over 10 minutes, I think it was just over 10 minutes, JT almost catches Mike Smith off the post on a backhand. Surprised him there. Mike Smith and that post were not seeing each other too well this game. Jason Spezza can show that as well. So then, let's get right into that play, shall we? So then, McDavid comes in with, I think it was Nurse and Nugent Hopkins. They're on a 3-on-2. McDavid goes to pass it through to Nurse, who's diving down the left side. It hits RNH's foot. And Brody diving poke check out of the zone, right to VC at the red line. VC, a one-touch pass over to a streaking Jason Spezza. And he goes back to his Senators days. And I screamed, oh my bleep, because it was stunning. He wound back the clock there. It's a 2-on-1. He fakes the slap shot, holds, snipe. Smith was screwed. Holy hell did he ever bite. I thought he was going to fall over. Jason Spezza with a beauty. Even Jack Campbell after the game said he gave Jason Spezza a shout out. He said it was nice to see that play actually happen against another goalie because he does it to him in practice. You've seen it plenty of times. He fakes a slap shot and he goes 5-hole, let's say. Or he fakes a slap shot and just, on the ice around him. Smith went off that post, and he just fired at top corner. The thing is, like people say, Mike Smith should have had that, but Jason Spezza has scored from slap shots from there. He'll take the slap shot. So what are you supposed to do? It's honestly, it's so deceptive. He's got that long reach, that long body, and it's just quick little boop, goal. So quick. Lovely. Also of note, Jason Spezza, I think he has like 950 something points. I hope he signs for another year next year. He can do it, right? He can do it. Keep getting the points this year, leave full 82 games next year, gets 1,000 points as a Toronto Maple Leaf. I love it. Anyway, following that goal, Campbell then needs to make a solid save on Ennis. Then Archibald hits the crossbar after a beautiful Draisaitl feed from the corner. Draisaitl's very good. He's very deceptive there. He holds onto that puck and then he finds the seam. Oilers replied quickly after that beautiful Spezza goal. But then it's the Leafs are at the third line. Engvall, McKayev, Hyman line. They just have a great shift, leads to multiple chances, and they looked great throughout the entire game. Hyman's ruthless aggression, McKayev's speed, and then Engvall taking it all in and just giving it his all. He's being patient with it. They can catch some weaker matchups off guard. Also, Barabanov, he looked good again this game, playing with Kerfoot and Nylander. Kerfoot obviously looked good. Nylander looked good. Barabanov uses speed. He had some good edge work to develop chances. To be fair, the entire Leafs team looked amazing. All lines were going. All forward lines, including the D. Period ends with another Leafs chance. Thornton with a pass to Mitch Marner, and Marner does a little toe drag, and he goes to shoot 5-hole. Smith's able to shut the wickets on that one. Then the Leafs' second line develops some chaos in front of Smith as well. He's able to hold on to it as everyone's crashing and bagging, which is what you love, right? You want the Leafs to just go for it, right? And they have this game. They did well. And that's basically the big last play, and that ends the second period at 3-0. Third period, first 5 minutes of third, and the most memorable moment is probably a point shot from Nurse that's stopped by Campbell. And I think I heard a player yell, "Oh, fuck," at one point. Maybe it was on a chain or something like that. I do like that you can hear like the refs and the players during the game. That's cool. I enjoy it. It reminds me kind of like, the HBO series when they had them, the leading to the Winter Classic and stuff, and they had them all mic'd up. It's one of the best series there was. I need that back. Anyway, so you got that chaotic second. It did not transfer into the third period. 12:43 in, I think it was 12:43 in, or at 12:43, I believe. Hyman gets the best chance of the third so far. McKayev burst of speed, drops to Engvall, and Engvall feeds it over and backhand to Hyman. And honestly, if that Oilers defenseman didn't get a piece of Engvall's pass, it's 4-0 Leafs right there. But it slows down the puck. It gives Smith a chance to get over. It's a nice little play, this line, I tell you. Then 10 minutes into the third, and the Leafs aren't giving Edmonton anything. I put this down specifically because at this time, Bogosian held his own against McDavid and made his life crap. I think McDavid even gave him, sticked him a bit because Bogosian was just giving him shit that entire shift. It was in the Leaf zone, but Bogosian was zone, not giving you any space. Edmonton does eventually, after the 10-minute mark and after that shift, they do get something going. They get 2 good point shots through with traffic, but Campbell makes the save. Big rebound, another save. Welcome back, Jack. I'm going to say welcome back, Jack, but to be honest, Hutchinson played well. So you can't really go wrong. This is what the Leafs need, right? Once Anderson comes back, you have a wealth of riches in goal. Finally. So Oilers do begin to take it to the Leafs, obviously, after that McDavid-Bogosian shift. They get those 2-point shots. They generate chances and chances and chances. Puyarvi gets a shot in the slot, but Campbell steers that all aside. He was always in correct position. Even if he gave it a big rebound, he was in the correct position. I commend him for that. He made some great saves, able to hold on to the puck when needed. Not bad for a guy who hadn't played since January 24th. Then, at just over 6 minutes, The Oilers let up for half a shift. After all that good work, it goes to crap because they lose focus. Nurse gets Hyman outworks Nurse basically. Nurse is literally, he's got his arm around him. It's going to be a hold if he keeps holding him. So he lets go of him. McDavid's there. And Hyman goes, nah, that's all right. And he backhand, forehand around McDavid. He pulls a Mitch Marner, stick handle around the best forward in the world, the best player in the world. Boop, boop. Shoots high glove. Snipe. Goal. Wow. Zach Hyman ends up on his ass because that's Zach Hyman. 4-0 Leafs. Beautiful, beautiful goal. Outworked him. Nurse, honestly, if he would have held him, it would have been a power play for the Leafs if he would have kept holding him. He decided to let go. And I guess you can't do that against Zach Hyman. Can't give any Leaf an inch. Can't give them an inch because they'll do this. 4-0 Leafs. Beautiful goal by Hyman. And then the Toronto Maple Leafs, the entire team and Jack Campbell do their jobs. They shut down McDavid, Draisaitl, and every other Oiler. Campbell says, thanks for having me back, boys. Here's a shutout. The Leafs play a great game all around, probably their best all-around game all year to start this 3-game matchup with Edmonton. Leafs take it 4-0. They're now 16-4-2 on the season. See you again Monday, Edmonton. Go, Leafs, go.